You've testified today, you're focused on violence. That's not what your U.S. attorneys, they work for you. That's not what they're saying. You haven't seen it because it's not a high enough priority, or what?
Question of priority. No one has sent me that memo, so I haven't seen it.
What do you mean no one has sent you the memo? You run the United States Department of Justice, do you not?
There are 115,000 employees of the Department of Justice.
Mea culpa.
And you are in charge of every one of them. And this
I
was
do
a
not.
sufficiently important case that you issued a memo. You, over your signature, issued a memo involving the FBI and the Department of Justice in local school boards, local school districts. Your U.S. attorneys are now threatening prosecution with 13 different crimes, but it's not a high enough priority for you. It got lost in the mix.
I'll send again. I've never seen that memo.
That's what concerns me, General Garland.
It wasn't sent to me. I hope you will assure your constituents that what we are concerned about here is violence and threats of
Go to hell.
Leads me to conclude.
Go to hell,
All I
you
can
coward.
conclude from this is either that you're not in control of your own department, or that, more likely, what I think to be the case, is that you knew full well that this is exactly the kind of thing that would happen.
There you go.
You issued your memo when you involved the Department of Justice and all of its resources, and the FBI and all of its resources, and local school boards and local school districts. You knew that federal prosecutors would start collecting crimes that they could use against parents. You knew they would advise state and local officials that these are all the ways parents might be prosecuted. You knew that that was the likely outcome. And that's exactly what's happened. And we're talking about parents like Scott Smith, who's behind me over my shoulder. This is a father from Loudoun County, Virginia. Here he is at a school board meeting. He was forcibly restrained. He was assaulted. He was arrested. Why? Because he went to an elected school board meeting. He's a voter, by the way. He went to an elected school board meeting to raise the fact that his daughter was assaulted, sexually assaulted, in a girl's restroom by a boy. This is what happened to him. Now, you testified last week before the House that you didn't know anything about this case. I find that extraordinary because the letter that you put so much weight on, the letter that's now been retracted, it cites this case. It cites Mr. Scott's case directly. There's a news article cited in the letter. It's discussed in the letter, but you testified.
Isn't that great, America?
Maybe this will refresh your memory. Do you think people like Scott Smith, do you think parents who show up to complain about their children being assaulted ought to be treated like this man right here?
Parents who show up to complain about school boards are protected by the First Amendment.
Yeah, like this
Do you think that they ought to be
this parent on the ground.
in the different ways that your U.S. attorneys are identifying?
Can't you see how they're protecting him? This punk Garland. Boy, would I like to meet you on a field of combat, mano a mano, you pussy. Let's see how tough you are without the weight of the government behind you. And look at these douchebag cops. What I've always said, pigs at the trough. Hired mercenary pig whores. They'd protect the devil. They'd assassinate Jesus himself to protect their pensions and perks. When no one's around, they laugh about it. I know cops. This is what they've become. The Bhutans of the United States of America. They'll protect Muslim terrorists against American citizens. Foreign interloping illegals. They'll protect a president like Obama, who hates their guts because they are without honor. If they had the honor of a snail, they would have walked out of that courtroom before they resorted to this behavior, where they throw a concerned parent who's already been abused, and now they abuse him more. And all you cops with your lame excuses, like all you parents with your lame excuses, you're going to get exactly what you deserve. Read about Nazi Germany, read about Soviet Russia. This is how it starts. And it happens because alleged good men and women do nothing. Sit there and take it. Tell yourselves, what can I do? Like all the people stuck in New York, bitching about the cesspool of corrupt government and high taxes. And what are they? Oh, I got my family here. I can't move. Oh, God. Bullshit. Vote with your feet, get off your ass, and leave. Leave them to the shithole they've created. And for you federales like Merrick Garland, your day is coming. So help me God. You are going to reap what you sow.